Okay. So for this one, we want to change seconds to years. Now, at the top, I have some conversion factors for you. On the regions, on the reference sheet, the conversion factors will be there for you. So know that if you have something like this on the regions, you can look at the reference sheet and all the conversion factors will be there for you. Okay, they won't give you something that you wouldn't have to, should know. Like they wouldn't give you a conversion where it's not something that you wouldn't know, right? Or it would be there in the table for you. So if there's something there that they know that you probably don't know, the conversion would be listed in the reference sheet. So this one, for example, they were not going to give you the conversion for. Seconds to years, we should be able to intuitively do. So we start with 14 years. And we make a ratio, 14 over 1. And we're going to work our way to writing other ratios that will convert years to seconds. So getting smaller and smaller and smaller. So right away, if I say 1 year, what do you know is equivalent to 1 year? Generally equivalent to 1 year. Clear? 365. Good. So we're going to do 365 days over 1 year. I purposefully put the 1 year in the denominator so that when I multiply, years cancel out. If you have something in the numerator and something in the denominator, it cancels out, right? So now I'm going to keep on going. I need to cancel out days because I need to get to seconds. If I say 1 day, what comes to mind? What is equivalent to 1 day? Getting smaller in conversion. Stay with me, guys. Bryce. 24 hours. So 24 hours equals 1 day. Now my days will cancel out. Alex, you with me, right? Okay, now I need to change hours. We need to get closer and closer to seconds. If I say 1 hour, what comes to mind? 60 minutes. 60 minutes, good.
Do we need to write this like units?
I would. And now I'm getting closer, but I need to get to seconds. So I say 1 minute, what comes to mind? 60 seconds. Now, the reason why we write the units is to make sure that we've gotten the right unit in the end. Right, so now, if I look across, I can cancel out all the units that I don't need. Years divided by years is going to cancel. Days divided by days is going to cancel. Hours divided by hours is going to cancel. Minutes divided by minutes is going to cancel. I'm left with seconds, which is what this is telling me to convert it to. Now, it's all a multiplication problem, so we multiply straight across. Notice in the denominator, I have all ones. So do I have to worry about the denominator?
No.
So just multiply all the numerators together. Go. It's going to be a really big number because we're going from years to seconds. There's going to be a whole lot of seconds in a year.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of stuff.
Jenna, what'd you get?
44150.
44150.
400.
Oh my god. Seconds.
Wait, okay, so it's 441,504,000.
Good, I got it. It helps when you put the
I put it right off the bat.
it helps when you put the commas in there. So 441,504,000 seconds is equivalent to 14 years. It seems like it should be more right.
I've almost lived that long.
It makes it seem like there's less time.
Time goes super fast. I'm telling you. Believe me, when you get to my age, it's like you can't keep up. It's horrible. What's up?
Would they ask us to do like 14 and a half years or no?
Maybe. Typically, the way this shows up, though, is not where it asks you to do the conversion. It asks you from a list of these types of problems to pick out the one that's done wrong. Because they're not correctly put opposite each other, so they don't cancel out. Okay, so you're going to see 2 at the end of the period. You'll see it. All right, next one, same idea. How many ounces are in 2.5 tons? So we start with 2.5 tons. Over 1. Okay, looking at the conversions up top, I I want to get tons to ounces. What conversion is in between tons and ounces? Pounds. Okay, so how many pounds are in a ton? 2,000 pounds. We want tons to cancel out, so tons has to go in the denominator. 2,000 pounds over 1 ton.
Gotcha.
And then the last one, Alex,
16 ounces.
16 ounces over 1 pound. So now I can cancel. Tons cancels, pounds cancels. I'm left with ounces. Multiply the numerators, get your answer. Bryce, what'd you get? Nice lab.
80,000.
80,000 is correct. 80,000 ounces.
Oh, this isn't that hard.
It's a little bit more challenging.
Pretty easy.
All right, next one.
Oh, damn, you gotta go back.
All right, starting with 25 gallons. 25 gallons over 1. All right, we want to get to cups. So what's the conversion between gallons and cups? What's something in between gallons and cups? Say quarts. There are 4 quarts in 1 gallon. Okay, what's the conversion between quarts and cups? Bryce?
2 cups.
Pint. But you're missing one because I need to cancel out quarts. Does anybody know how many cups are in a quart? I didn't write this one down, this one, but a lot of kids did know this one. No. 8? No.
What?
No.
Wait, hold on, I got
4. 4 cups are in a quart. Guys, quarters 4.
Oh, duh.
It is on it? Does it say 4 cups? Oh, it does. See, 4 cups equals 1 quart, guys. So you could do 4 cups over 1 quart. Last period, they did 2 pints to 1 quart, and then 2 cups to 1 pint. We skipped the whole 4 cups equals 1 quart. All right, so now we've got cups as our final unit, which is what they asked for. We could cancel gallons, quarts, leave our answer in cups. Go ahead.
I didn't even need to do
Oh, wow.
Why is that pointing? Like up.
Because it's the speaker. That's how they get my voice on here. What do we get as the answer? Oh, go ahead, Jenna.
400 cups.
400 cups is correct.
So they get what on it?
That is the speaker
So they're
or
hearing
the
me say
microphone.
that?
So if that wasn't there, they wouldn't hear my voice on the video. Okay. All right. Next one.
Ew.
That's embarrassing. Oh. All right. 48 ounces or 48 quarts to ounces. 48 quarts over 1. What's the conversion between quarts and ounces? What do I need in between to get from quarts to ounces? There's only one.
Fine. Wait, no.
Nope, there's something else. The one that you guys missed before.
4 cups.
4 cups equals 1 quart. Times. Now I need to get to ounces. What's the other conversion I need?
16 ounces.
That's 16 ounces in 1 pound. Look at your sheet.
Oh,
8 ounces equals 1 cup.
I was staring right at it.
Quarts cancel, cups cancel, multiply, get your answer. Sabrina, what'd you get, hon? 1536 is correct. 1,536 ounces. Okay. So in all of those cases, we were converting something bigger to something smaller. In the next one, we're going to convert something smaller to something bigger. So there's going to be a change in how we set it up. The ones will not always be in the denominator. Okay? So taking a look at this one, 24,000 ounces is what we're starting out with. And we want to change that to tons. So what's the unit that's in between ounces and tons again? What's the unit in between ounces and tons, Bryce? Pounds. Okay, how many ounces are in a pound? 16 ounces are in a pound. So in the last one, we would have written as 16 ounces over 1 pound. But my ounces are already in the numerator. For them to cancel out, where does my next unit have to be? In the denominator. So we're going to do 1 pound equals 16 ounces. Now I need to get pounds to tons, so it's the other unit I need. The other conversion factor I need, ounce.
2,000 pounds.
Equals 1 ton. So where am I going to put the 2,000 pounds if I want pounds to cancel out? In the denominator again. So 1 ton over 2,000 pounds. Then my ounces cancel, pounds cancel. But now do I just multiply everything? What am I going to do instead of just multiplying everything? Jenna?
Wouldn't you like bring the 24,000 to the numerator and then multiply the two denominators?
Good, and then divide. Okay? So 24,000 times 1 is going to give me 24,000 T over 16 times 2,000 is what? 32,000. Divide. What's my final answer?
0.75.
Good. 3/4 of a ton, or 0.75 T. Done.
I would feel like I'm gonna have to get something.
Okay, you just gotta go slow through it. All right, number 6, see if you can set up on your own. Oh shoot, I forgot to tell them. Okay, so I've got 50 years over 1. What's my next conversion factor that I need? Trying to get years to hours. Go ahead, Bryce, nice and loud.
365 days for the year.
Yep. I only need one more thing. That's the last one that I need. Days to hours. Days to hours. Days to hours. Real easy. What's my last conversion? Days to hours. How many hours are in a day? 24 hours equals 1 day. Cancel, 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 cancel. Left with hours. Answer is Gianna. Say again. 438,000. Sorry. Do we agree? I only heard 438. Didn't hit 1,000. Are we okay?
C.
Okay. Next one. Before I forget, put an 8 in front of the first 4. So I had a typo there. It should be 840,840. Or it didn't work. See if you can set it up. Okay, naturally, you hear yard. What do you know goes into a yard very easily? Has feet. 3 feet equal a yard. Goal is to get to miles. How many feet are in a mile? 5,280 feet are in 1 mile. So how do I set up that conversion? Think about it carefully so you can cancel out. Go ahead, Jenna.
1 over 5,280.
1 mile over 5,280 feet equals yards cancel, feet cancel. I'm left with miles. Multiply the numerator, multiply the denominators, divide numerator by denominator.
Well, you just have to make that like.
Jordan, what you got?
4,777.
No, you have an extra zero somewhere. You have the right number, it's just the wrong decimal. Gianna. 477 and 3/4 or 477.75, and our answer should be miles. Okay? Read number 8 to yourself what's different than all the others. How's it different? Alex? More. How many units do I actually have to change? 2 units. I'm changing meters to miles and seconds to hours. Okay? So it's the same process, but we have to do double the work. We have to do 2 conversions. So we start with 90,000 meters. We're going to use M for meters, MI for miles, over 1 sec, or over 1 second. I'm going to start by converting the meters to miles. Okay, look at your conversions. What's the in-between for meters to miles? Jenna?
Kilometers.
Kilometers. So there's 1 kilometer and 1,000 meters.
1.6.
And then what's the other conversion then that will take me to miles? Now I've got my meters canceled out. I've got kilometers left. What do I know that will change kilometers to miles? Go ahead. 1 mile over 1.6 kilometers. And then my kilometers will cancel out. Okay, but now I got to deal with seconds. And I want to get seconds to hours. So what's the in-between? Seconds, then what? Then hours. What are we missing? Minutes. How many seconds are in a minute, everybody? 60. And we want seconds in the numerator because I want to cross out the denominator. So 60 seconds equals 1 minute. But now I need 1 more to get me to hours. Jenna? 60 minutes equals 1 hour. So now my seconds cancel and my minutes cancel. I'm left with hours and miles. Multiply the numerators, multiply the denominators, divide, and we'll have miles per hour. Yes. Still have to do the other step, sorry.
Yeah.
Is this correct?
Just the unit that costs out, not the number. Bryce, what you got?
I know.
202.
Correct. 202,500 is the correct answer.
Oh, that's too
Okay.
fancy.
So if you do 90,000 times 1 times 1 times 60 times 60, you get 324 million.
Oh, shoot.
Okay? And then you do 1 times 1,000 times 1.6 times 1 times 1, you get 1,600. 324 million divided by 1,600 is 202,500
Oh, yeah.
miles per hour. Okay, last one is like that.
Oh, that's why.
Stay with me. 450 miles per hour, not house.
That's funny.
450,000 miles over 1 hour. I only need one conversion here because I want to go to kilometers per day. What's the conversion that takes miles to kilometers?
Meters.
Finish your paper. Miles to kilometers. There's one conversion. Miles to kilometers. We just used it in the last one. Bryce. Good. Kilometers needs to be in the numerator so I can cancel out miles. Cancels, cancels. Times. Now I need to change hours to days. There's only one conversion. Claire.
What?
How many hours?
64? Yeah.
How many hours are in a day?
24.
24 hours over 1 day. And then my hours canceled. We're left with kilometers per day. Go ahead.
It's too hot.
What was that? I think so. Yes, it is. It's a big number. Anybody got it?
Yeah.
Me.
John missed left.
1,720,000.
You missed a 0. Sadie? 17,280,000 kilometers per day. Okay. So you have 2 Regents type questions that you're going to partner up and work on with your partner. It will be helpful if one person has the picture open, the other person has the question open. Go ahead and partner up.
Is this your homework page?
Real quick before I forget, on the homework, cross out number 1, you can't do it.